Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you all for today's very interesting session on the future impact of ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence powered chatbot that has gained over 100 million users in a few months. I think the fastest growing web service in the history and has become the world's fastest growing web platform. I, CA Ashish Subhedar, Chairperson CP Committee, welcome you all for this great evening. Before we begin this event, we would like to thank His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, our sponsors CBFS, our corporate supporters and corporate members. I request everyone to stand while we play the ICI motto song.
येष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति येष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामंशो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
Thank you. Please be seated. May I request Chairman C.A. Sajiv for his welcome speech.
Dear past chairs, members of Muscat chapter of ICI, my colleagues in the managing committee, dear guest, and the speaker for the day. Last 12 months, around 25 chairman speech. Today the day has come, the final chairman speech for a CP event. I have to come back again to the stage as part of AGM to address the gathering in detail to narrate last 12 months. At the same time, I must say, I'm really satisfied. I'm very happy for all the support which I got from all the members, past chairs, committee members, and ICA, CBFS all. I'm sure when I discuss with someone about last 12 months, how do you evaluate, how do you rate, there is no need for rating, but still, as long as everything went smooth, there was no big noise. It happens when an association of 500 members, definitely that happens. That's part of any association. But if you ask me, I got a complete support from all stakeholders to fulfill our duty. And in detail, I'll come back as part of AGM to thank each one of you and to narrate what happened last 12 months. Today, as part of AGM, when we thought of a subject to be discussed, so the most sensational subject, ChatGPT, we thought we will have someone expert in that. Ended up with Dr. Sahra Rashid Said Al-Rawahi to spend some time with us to take us through the technicalities of ChatGPT. Thank you so much for being here as part of AGM and CP today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sajiv ji. May I request CA Badri for introduction of our speaker.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of ICI Muscat chapter, it's my pleasure and honor to welcome you all to today's CP session and the annual general body meeting. I really thank our speaker of this evening, Dr. Zahra Said Al-Rawai, CEO Artificial Intelligence Academy, being a weekend with us and give us her thoughts and expertise to the community fraternity present here. Dear Madam, we are truly honored to have you this evening for today's technical session on the future impact on ChatGPT. I am sure everyone present here today will agree the expertise, the experience, and the contribution you have made to the IT ecosystem of Oman, especially today's topic on ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, which is ChatGPT's platform. The profile of Dr. Zahra is so impressive and so detailed. I learned a lot by reading her profile itself. I must confess that. Thank you, madam. What you have achieved over the period genuinely requires a round of applause for her achievement. Dr. Zahra, prior to joining as CEO of Artificial Intelligence Academy, she has worked with many other organizations in Oman, to list a few: Director of Innovation, the Research Council, Director of Innovation Capacity Building, the Research Council Oman, Director of ICT Research, during sabbatical leave, Supervisor of AICSL Lab, University of Central Florida, Academic and Medical Informatics Department Chair, Sultan Qaboos University. Her professional qualification: she is a PhD in Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence way back in 2004 from University of Sussex, UK. Master's degree in Educational Technology with a GPA of 4, College of Education, New Mexico State University. BSc of Science in Physics from Sultan Qaboos University. While reading her profile, one very interesting fact about Dr. Zahra is she is a Mensa member. Many of you may not be knowing what Mensa stands for, but let me tell you, she got an IQ score of 148, which is above the 98th percentile of the general population on the Mensa International. Membership of Mensa is restricted only to persons who have attained this type of score. Hats up to you, ma'am. Professional certificates: there are so many professional certificates she has achieved over the period. Just to list a few: Innovation Leadership Certificate workshop organized by the Research Council, UNCTAD STI Capacity Development courses in Science, Technology and Innovation, Developing Talents of Women in Science, Technology and Innovation, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Standard Innovation and Entrepreneurship Certificate, Innovation and Future Studies for Sustainable Development. Apart from these, she has also professionally visited many countries and collaborated for different academic related topics. Dr. Zahra has visited to Korean Institute of ST Evaluation and Planning, International Science, Technology and Innovation Center for South, the South Cooperation under the auspices of UNESCO, King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, Saudi Arabia. She being an author and also published many books, and the university also published many books on behalf of her. To name few: Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, a topic related to today in Arabic, Guide to Fourth Industrial Revolution, Knowledge Economy, Introduction to Innovation, Introduction to Research Methods and Statistical Analysis, Empowering Higher Education Institute. Dr. Jahar has served in many committees of SQ as chair and also member. Dr. Jahar was part of many international committees and organizations in USA and Canada. With this introduction, I thank Dr. Jahara for accepting our invitation to be the speaker of this evening. Once again, I request the members present here to welcome her with a round of applause. Thank you. Now I request Dr. Jahara to be on the stage, please, ma'am.
CA Sangeeta, please escort ma'am on the stage. Welcome, Sangeeta ji. Please welcome ma'am with a flower of bouquet.
I am so glad to be here with you today. Actually, I got the invitation a few days and I was so committed. Then I told her maybe I will not be able to make it. But when she told me the topic is ChatGPT, and I'm really so keen to give talks related to ChatGPT, and I keep talking about ChatGPT because ChatGPT is one of the revolutionary technology. It has really a very high impact in our society, in all our, things that we are doing, either in our life or in our duties that so we need to take it seriously. The other thing, it's very, very simple to learn. The skill or the action that you need to do in order to benefit with ChatGPT is very easy. So why not to be part of it? So I thought, no, and it is a weekend. I thought we can spend an hour with you and talk a little bit, chat a little bit about ChatGPT. Mainly, I graduated in 2004 with a degree in artificial intelligence. Professor Benedict is a Jew from University of Sussex. He was the dean of the school, and he said you cannot graduate unless a great element of AI is part of your thesis. And from there, I start building a system that adapts according to the learner's needs. So he really insists and he encouraged me to do my studies, my PhD in artificial intelligence. And it was in artificial intelligence, even though during those days in 2004, very limited people know about artificial intelligence. When I came back to Oman, I was talking to them, I did my degree in AI. What this? It was so people, a machine can speak, a machine can be as intelligent as a human. Are you crazy? So then we got a system called Fixed Eyes. Fixed Eyes in the university hospital. It trained junior medical doctor how to treat the eye with the laser. And it tried to compare it with an expert agent and AI agent, which is expert, and how the difference is. Now they start to see the benefit of AI. But the system wasn't easy to use during that period of time. And then with the advancement of the technology, and now the ChatGPT, it really accelerates the movement of AI, the implementation of AI in all the fields of our life. I would like to ask you, I think all of you heard a lot about ChatGPT. How many of you really start using it? Oh, great. Yeah. I can have maybe 15% of the whole, they start using ChatGPT. For what reason you use ChatGPT? Is it you ask him a question and the ChatGPT answer? Yes. Yeah. What other things the ChatGPT? Yes, go ahead.
I use ChatGPT for drafting today's introductory speech.
So today's introductory speech was drafted by ChatGPT. Oh, that's a good example. I will go to there is a huge amount, and we'll go to the lecture to talk about the huge thing that the ChatGPT can do. So ChatGPT is artificial intelligence program, and it is designed to generate text. The text that is very similar to the text that human normally use it. In the same way the human that use a text. It is trained in a huge amount of data. And this was I was chatting with my this is the issue. If the knowledge or the information within the World Wide Web are great, like the English knowledge is huge, so we can get a lot of information. We can get an accurate result for ChatGPT. Like the Arabic content is very limited, we will be struggling getting the good part of ChatGPT. So in simple words, ChatGPT is a computer program that really understands what a user who asks a question, what he wants. And he tries to answer the question by referring back to the database that it has, to the huge database, the trained database, and provide an answer. And the answer normally is very accurate, it's very detailed. You can ask even with the numbers, it can give you with that accuracy. ChatGPT is originated or developed by OpenAI. What is OpenAI? Anyone? I'd like to interact with the audience. What is OpenAI? Any idea? OpenAI is an institute. It is like a company in USA. And this company, Elon Musk, one of the members of it, number of guru, IT guru, they hold this OpenAI. And their mission in the second slide, the mission. So they released ChatGPT in November 2022. So almost less than a year now. Okay, November 2022. They start working on it from 2016, and they were developing a beta version, and the ChatGPT 3, it was released in November 2022, and from there, people start using it to generate conversation with that agent, that AI agent. And then in March 14th, 2023, they introduced ChatGPT 4 with much higher capacity. I mean, it's really now you can ask ChatGPT. I want a photo. Draw for me a photo of a fort that used to be in this. It will a flower or whatever. You can give whatever image within your head, you can imagine whatever image, and ask GPT to draw for you a picture, and it will give you a picture. Or to make a video. One of the tourism agent, he asked GPT to do a video promoting for Salala and to use the data that's available in the nice video. And as well he asked the GPT that he wants like a chat between a male and a female, that they are chatting, they want to go to Salala, and the narration itself, ChatGPT, make the narration, make the video, and it will in few seconds. All these come in. So I was just asked, what does GPT mean? Chat, as you know, as we chat. And the ease of communication is chat, so it's very powerful. So people that can think it is very easy. As we are chatting, we will chat with this machine, and we get all what we need, all the answers from the machine. GPT, it stands for generative, the G, generative, and the P, pre-trained, and T, transformer. I will come for the details and explain each word from those words. Okay? The mission of OpenAI is to develop advanced AI technologies that are safe, responsible manner, with a focus on ensuring that these technologies are used for the benefit of humanity as a whole. This is their mission. Since they established OpenAI, they are working very hard in establishing different type of program and tools to, they help programmer, they make like a landscape for the programmer. So the programmer can utilize those tools to do application that they use it in their industries. Is it clear? Okay. So OpenAI is the company, a research-based research and development company in the United States that developed ChatGPT. As well, they developed large number of AI-based systems and tools. And these tools are used with different programmers to generate the apps or the applications, the platform that they use it within their industry. They stated the OpenAI, they make it stated very clearly that it is important to note that ChatGPT is not perfect. So we need to understand it's not perfect, and can someone generate inappropriate or offensive responses as a result of inappropriate data that is given. Okay? So if I put a lot of data, messy data, and AI use those messy data, I may get wrong information or wrong responses. So OpenAI, it's working very hard, and it works as well with other organizations in order to do the guidelines, the standardizations of this field. It is a new field and it needs to be regulated. So they are working as well to regulate the chatbot, the AI apps, the privacy policies, how this ChatGPT it will benefit the society and it won't be harm for the society. So as we mentioned, it is a chatbot. Uses long time ago the technology when we were learning about artificial intelligence, and then we go to machine learning. Machine learning, there is different disciplines, supervised, unsupervised, and there is the different type, expert system, decision support system, and other type called natural language processing. Natural language processing, they use it normally for communication. When you communicate with the system and the system understands what you are saying and reply to you, that field of machine learning called natural language processing, NLP. Okay? So the ChatGPT is part of that discipline, part of the natural language processing. The language model responds to, so you can respond to questions, to various written things, and give you the answers as per referring to the knowledge or information that it has in the ChatGPT is based on GPT. The key characteristic of GPT is that generative. The model itself, it generates answers. It generates content. It can be as a writer, and it generates content. So it generates whatever content or pattern or text together. But that's the word generative. Pre-trained, it has huge amount of information. So it generates by using the pre-trained data that's available within the internet. Why we cannot use ChatGPT locally? Because we will not have those massive type of information. Why in Arabic we don't get accuracy in ChatGPT? Because the limited amount of information available in the World Wide Web. Okay? So that's the knowledge, the model. Transform, this is the language, the natural language processing, the mechanism that's used to, or a programming way that used to generate the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT generates natural language responses. You cannot differentiate. You say maybe if you are asking like a call center, sometimes you think it is a person who is replying to you. It's not a robot. So really the response is real. It answers whatever questions. It writes content, video, it makes websites, etc. Why we should use ChatGPT? Do we really need to use ChatGPT? I think if we need, it really saves time. It may, instead of, remember if I just was talking, if you have a book as a PDF, You can ask ChatGPT, I want you to give me a summary of this book in 2 pages or in 5 pages. I will do it for you. For yourself, how many times you need to sit and read until you produce 2 pages or 5 pages of a book, because a book may be 300 pages or 700 pages or etc. Okay? So it's really save time, helpful for new ideas. It helps normally, especially entrepreneurs, innovative people, to come up with new ideas. Whenever you start, if you subscribe to ChatGPT and immediately you say, let me try this one, maybe it will work into ChatGPT. So you can generate new ideas and you can try it. One-stop manager, you can, the information that you get it, like if you want certain statistics, it can view statistics of utilization of certain, it can view a detailed information. If it is there, like our system here, mine is not there, but it can view all the statistics and you can make decision based on those statistics. Multiple language enabled. Now it is available in different languages. Computation and technical, it has computation and technical abilities for programmers so they can plug it, create APIs, etc. Remember all the various information. If in last week I was asking ChatGPT to do a presentation for me for certain thing, it will remember that in my profile and the thing that I am focused more about it. So it can adapt to it. Decline inappropriate requests. Sometimes certain inappropriate requests, they put in the system to be declined. Currently, heavily ChatGPT used for customer service and support. So all the customer helpline desk, query, they use ChatGPT. Content creation. Most people, the writers these days, they don't try to do a lot of writing themselves. They ask ChatGPT to write for them. ChatGPT managed to write a thesis, a dissertation thesis for students who are doing a master or a PhD. They just do a fine-tuning of that thesis. And this is a big problem within the educational system now. Chatbots, and you know about the chatbot, language translations. You remember normally when we have a guy who do the translation of the language, now no need those. The ChatGPT can do it immediately. Okay, research assistant. Normally I used to work at the research council as a director, so we have a number of research assistants. Each one is certain discipline. We ask them to give us a briefing about certain research, a topic. Tell them give me the latest updated research on this area. Now ChatGPT will do it, so no need for research assistants. Okay. And etc. A lot of other things. In content creation, ChatGPT can create very high quality and engaging content. You can do blogs, people who like to do blogs, website, social media content. So if you use it, you can update your social media content immediately by, you can assist with drafting news article, creating headline, crafting marketing copy, and creating ideas. You can ask even ChatGPT, give me ideas about, it will give you a number of ideas. In search engine optimization, it helps in content creation for the search for the web, in the keyword searching, backlink generation, optimization of meta tags, site auditing, as well the optimization of site for voice search. ChatGPT works very well as virtual assistant for customer support, as we mentioned earlier. So it can answer questions, offer recommendation, generate different ideas, and it can engage also in extended interaction of communication. It can ask you, can I help you further? Do you want more information about a store that sells such and such, or certain information, etc. There's a lot of, in the net you can find a lot of videos like this, explaining how you can market your things using ChatGPT, etc. For the language translation, a company called Duolingo. Normally, they teach different multilingual. They teach especially Espanol to English, so that one they use ChatGPT 4 to get for the kids personalized type of learning, and very successful. That like they play a game and they pick a character, so a kid will be a character and the ChatGPT another character, and explain and teach language for the kids. It's really, as I mentioned earlier, it's interactive gaming and storytelling. It can create a game by itself, and it can create a story. If you give it, I wrote a story or such and such, and this is a small idea, and it can generate a story. And you mention a story, how long that story wanted, and what the end of the story. So you can define number of things like normally when we do outline, you can do an outline and then give it to ChatGPT to do the rest. For education, there's a massive change going to be in education. So number of countries they are starting to ban ChatGPT. You know plagiarism detector, yeah? Normally, the tutor will run our assignment in plagiarism detector to detect if we plagiarize whatever can. Then with a same tool similar to plagiarism detector now developed to detect if that one developed by ChatGPT. Even ChatGPT by itself, you can give ChatGPT a content and ask him, do you generate this one? If this is your work, he will say this is 70% my work, if you will try, or 100% my work. So now kids, what will do? They will PowerPoint, they will do it by ChatGPT. Thesis, they will do it by ChatGPT. Assignment, questions, you give them a homework, they will ask ChatGPT and copy the answer and send it to you. So how to educate our kids in this? We need a Socratic way of education. We need for them, instead of asking ChatGPT, they ask ChatGPT, but us when they interact with the teacher in a dialogue type of, so they can, be directed in a proper way. But it is really, the education system need, to stand up and to define their way of walking further and how to react to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT really generates new ideas, write email, and it can write email and application. One lady, she was telling me, she was working in one of the companies, that she has like around 200 emails that she has to write, and they have to be personalized. And then she learned from ChatGPT and how to use it, and so immediately, in a few minutes, she managed to send all those emails. It's summarized, we said earlier, so generate practice. It can generate, a kid could learn mathematics. And while he's studying mathematics, algebra, or whatever, or geometry, he would ask ChatGPT, give me questions to practice. Similar to ChatGPT would bring multiple questions so a kid can practice, and ChatGPT can even type correct or something like that with other apps that link with ChatGPT. So the usage of ChatGPT in scheduling as well, in entertainment, predicting questions, in debugging the code. You're aware that recently there were a lot of what they call it, not resigning, they layoff of programmers, because ChatGPT can do a lot of debugging of the code, and so they need programmers for certain issue, not for the ChatGPT can write codes as well. Can write code, can debug the code. So they need, now it's really, I was lecturing in one of the high school regarding the 21st century skills that will be needed in the future. creativity. Without creativity, you cannot stand. Creativity, critical thinking, imagination. These type of skills really need. We need as well hands-off skills. Like, this is ChatGPT as a chatbot, text generation, text completion, text summarization, language translation, content creation, information retrieval, sentiment analysis. You know about sentiment analysis? Are you aware about sentiment analysis? Sentiment analysis, like in WhatsApp, when you do a campaign and you ask people agree or disagree, you don't need to say agree or disagree. Then the AI agent, it will read the messages in the Twitter, in the WhatsApp, in different media, social media, and it can define, are you with or without? With the campaign or opposite to the campaign? Okay? Like I am promoting certain brand. Are you with this brand? You like this brand or not? The election, are you with or opposite? So from the messages that people normally chat or something like that, the sentiment analysis define in percentage the people who are with or without, and in the region, the people who are aged 20 to 30 or 50 to 70 or whatever, according to the age scheme, according to the location, according to the nationality, according to what? What the direction of these people from the social media, from their post on the social media or WhatsApp, etc. Clear? So all these are done with ChatGPT. In the medical field, this is, long time it's as a chatbot, but now it's more enhanced with ChatGPT. You can share a symptom questionnaire and you can define what might be wrong with you, answer questions, provide reliable information, collect patient details, provide medical assistance, as well as schedule appointment. So what are the benefits of ChatGPT? You can see the benefits are really huge. They can do great data analysis because they can give you a detailed analysis of whatever information that you need. It is versatile. It can use large amount of content. It can translate from different languages. It gives you the information with very high accuracy, as well from different databases that are available in the net. It is scalable as well, cost saving, and it is available 24/7. Who is the employee who are available 24/7? They can work a maximum of 8 to 10 hours, and then you have to have a shift or another employee. This one 24/7. They can serve, ChatGPT can serve millions of people at the same time. They don't have to wait people in queue in order to be served. The same bot can answer to all, answer to you, to other, not like help desk services. Oh, it is like the airlines will keep you in the queue and you're waiting in the queue in order to get an answer. ChatGPT will do it immediately. And almost we're just almost. So what are the professions that ChatGPT replace? Can ChatGPT replace your job? Each one of us, we need to ask ourselves, can GPT replace our job? You know the story, who moved my cheese? Yeah, the same story now. We need to take action, or otherwise we lay off and that's it. ChatGPT can automate many of the tasks currently performed by human, but it is not necessarily intended to replace human. It cannot replace doctors. We still need doctors. We still need surgeons. There is a robotic surgery who do, but they assist doctors. They make their life much easier. They let them focus on the most important things instead of the routine, the normal type of thing. So we need rather to empower ourselves either our kids, our systems, in order to get all the benefit of these technologies and not to be just afraid about it. These are jobs that listed, some article listed 10 jobs that must be replaced by, that will be replaced by ChatGPT. Other 15 jobs were replaced by ChatGPT. So these, I just compiled some of them that really result the same number of them. Technical writing, technical writing or how manual is working, and the data entry clerk, for writers, even creative writers. Normally creative writers, it used to be like something they need imagination, they come with a certain creativity. Now they ask ChatGPT to even do a poem in certain. One guy, he asked ChatGPT do a poem for His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, who passed away. He generated, ChatGPT managed to generate a poem. And when the ChatGPT even talk about the sadness of Omani people of losing this guy. So it can translate and do proofreading. Normally when I remember in those days, I hired someone to do the proofreading. I'm not my actor. So proofreading it with them. Legal assistant and lawyers. They think that legal assistant and lawyers really would be affected. Because all those details of filing and getting the ChatGPT will do it. Administrative assistant, accountant and auditor, because mathematics could do very difficult tasks. So even accountant and auditors, there is a web designer, graphic designers, recruiter and HR team. ChatGPT can select, can get all the information related to the individuals and tell you, it's up to you then, you want to take it or not. It can tell you who is the proper person for that. As well, cashiers. ChatGPT in finance. So I thought you are all for finance, even though finance it's a new field for me. I'm not, but as a GPT and knowing how it is affected, it was very interesting for me as well. ChatGPT is a tool. Okay, so we can use it in education. After kids, we explain how they are using it. It could be used in the medical field, as well can be used in banking and finance. It has efficiency, efficacy, and as well it helps to create broad knowledge summary. Normally, if you want any summary of whatever data, certain statistics, it can give you easily. So ChatGPT is a powerful tool that can help finance professionals automate routine tasks, improve their productivity, and make better data-driven decisions. Your decision is based on the data that you have. So, and by learning to use ChatGPT, finance professionals can stay ahead of the curve and improve more and provide more value to their customers. How finance and banking professionals can use ChatGPT? ChatGPT can process large amount of data in a very short period of time. As we mentioned, it analyzes customer feedback and complaints, and this will help organizations to see what are really the complaints that they have. It can also help organizations find the pattern and the trend, when people are really buying, when people are really lose, and these type of things. So the trend of individual, the behavior of the stock, and etc. It helps as well to do investment analysis and prediction. So with ChatGPT, you can analyze financial statement and other data to make investment decisions. It helps us well to know the trend and the pattern in market data that may otherwise be missed. So ChatGPT really, it gives you a relief a little bit, and when you take a certain decision, you take a decision based on data, based on actual data that will be helpful. As well, ChatGPT can use to analyze legal and regulatory documents, ensuring that the organization are compliant with the law and regulation. It can also use to identify potential risks that are available within organizations. The good thing, this is an example, the ChatGPT keeps threaded conversation. So when you say all the other information will be available over there. The new one will come and then the previous one will be available as a reference. So for example, when risk is identified, ChatGPT can respond with relevant risk mitigation strategies. It helps the people in the finance and banking professional for forecasting. You can generate accurate financial forecast by training it on historical data. You have to train the engine with data, and then you can use it to predict future trends related to stock market. So you can be able to identify pattern correlation, and this will help finance people to make better decisions. As well, it helps to identify key variable, what the major variable, the most important variable that affect certain financial model, and for the data entry, you are aware about it. And for sure, for data analysis, you do a great job. You can analyze large data set, find pattern, and identify that trend very immediately. And you do a lot of help in doing report and report outlines as well. So all those for the finance people, it will get us. This one, 2 days back, today is 7th, on the May 25th, the finance magazine stated that JP Morgan is developing a ChatGPT-like AI service that gives investment advice. Okay, and so this one, JP Morgan Chase is developing a ChatGPT-like software, and this one there was an interview in CNBC. The company applied what they call it index GPT. They developed themselves a program called Index GPT for this to do investment advice, and they even registered number of patents. So they say it is an AI program to select financial securities. And this one, the lawyer Jewish government, this sounds to me like they are trying to put my financial advisor out of business. Okay, this is today we are 27th, it's on 25th, the journal. There is a video over here, so I don't know, we'll be able to, if you click on it, it will, so you can capture this one and look at it, look at the video yourself at your own time. You can capture this one, and then you can go and do it. It is not in YouTube, it is in the website of CNBC. I tried to download it from YouTube, it's not there. So the finance professional really need to as well to learn about ChatGPT. It is time saving, it improves the productivity, and it helps them in doing the better decision. It gives them better insight so they can analyze large amount of financial data and provide insight that may be difficult for human to do it by himself, or he will take, huge amount of time in order to do it, and maybe certain mistake he will do because he will be tired, maybe unfocused, and this and that. So ChatGPT will really give them a better insight. It enhances customer experience, like chatbot and this type of tools, and it gives competitive advantage actually. This is a new technology, and it will empower the finance. So the advanced and the artificial intelligence tool will help to automate routine tasks, improve productivity, and make data-driven decisions. So this is an example. This guy is a finance, is related to the finance. He was asking ChatGPT, what are some common financial ratios used in financial analysis? The ChatGPT, you can see the logo of ChatGPT over there. It replied, financial ratio are used to analyze financial performance of a company and help investor analyze, evaluate its financial health. And he stated the three most things: profitability ratio, liquidity ratio, debt ratio, and the sub. So all the detail that he would need to do it, it gives him. He can ask, how shall I do this? It will show how. But he asks what, and the information is given. If he asks how, it will show the way how to do it. The other question, what are some key performance indicators that are important for financial analysis? It's a revenue growth, profit margin, return on investment, debt to equity, current ratio. So this guy, he said, I'm delivering a presentation on ways to use auto machine learning for corporate finance and FP&A. What are three of use cases? Please be specific as possible. And write answer like that: predict the financial outcome, risk management, and authorizing investment. So that's the way how we live. This is another article. It says banking on ChatGPT will generate AI will be a good commercial lending. This is an article that's written regarding the benefit of using ChatGPT to generate for commercial lending. This is the way. What are other languages other than GPT? Now we will talk a lot about ChatGPT. ChatGPT, we say from OpenAI, one of the Google. This takes Google, they started to work as well. They just launched last 2 days. This one, what they call it, BERT. It's very similar to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, I told you, you have, in order to get the benefit of it, you have to subscribe and you have to pay for the subscription. But Google, they keep it open. Just yesterday or the day after they launched BERT. So you can, so other companies are moving on this, moving toward the same, getting very similar to ChatGPT, other media that will be used and helpful. I think in the next presentation, few months, it will be a comparison. What shall I select? Shall I go with ChatGPT or Bard AI? Then the question would be, which one is better? Which one do you want to give me more detail or more concise information? So what are the future role of ChatGPT OpenAI model? We are expecting the future we will have more accuracy on those, accuracy improvement, more adaptable, so the more tools that adapt. We will have better speed because from GPT-3 to GPT-4, a massive increase in the speed and the amount of analysis, how it analyzes. Precise use cases, so we'll have a real use cases in different disciplines, how they utilize ChatGPT for the benefit. Compatible with other technologies, and we're expected to solve security and privacy issue. Now, if you put in your information related to your finance, related to your credit card, it will be, and within, there may be a certain problem, but security issue might be solved later on. So the future possibility and opportunity of ChatGPT are vast and varied because Google now is coming, it can be used to create personalized conversation agent, enhance customer services and support, automate content creation, provide virtual personal assistant. Additionally, it can also be used for education and learning and for all other purposes. So the application of ChatGPT for society and business are complex and are varied, and we have to pay a lot of attention to ethical consideration and there is other type of challenges that are associated with security and privacy risk. So we need to pay attention, we need regulation to regulate how to use this new technology, and so to be in a safe side and not to worry about it. So the future of ChatGPT technology is full of possibility and opportunity, but it also presents several challenges and risks. By prioritizing robust security feature and continually refining data set and balancing technology with human skill, we can make the most out of this amazing technology. It is an amazing technology. We need the skill to be able to use it in a proper way. As well, we need standardization, guidelines, so all those things need to go. So more safe, because I came from I was working at the Research Council, and the Research Council used to fund research related to information communication technology. I think now the time to focus on this area of research, because really it is going to affect all the humanity. It's easy to be used, the technology, so we cannot just leave it like that. We need to do a lot of focus doing research about this technology and to see the impact, and as well to work with the regulatory body to organize things related to, security issues, and to provide, to make guidelines for utilization of these technologies. So that's my conclusion. Thank you very much for listening.
Ma'am, for your presentation. We'll have a few questions, so...
I hope it was my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am, for the informative presentation. The question, if you and I search about ICA Muscat chapter,
Yes.
will it give the same script? Number one. Number two, if myself and my brother from India, we search on this ICA Muscat chapter, will it give the same answer? Number three, if I search today about Muscat chapter and after 1 month about Muscat chapter, will it give the same script?
You're asking, is it going to give you a same?
Same.
No. If he searched from here, I didn't try it actually in ChatGPT, but I expect it won't be the same. From the while we're in different location, it will give you a different. I didn't try in ChatGPT to give you the truth, but when I'm back home, I will need to try it, because normally when I do a general search using Google or Bing or whatever. When I am in Oman, certain documents I don't get them, certain information I don't get them. I will go to the setup and change the setup, so the system, I fake on the system, I play with the system. When I play with the system, I will get the different results. So in ChatGPT, if this applies as well, I'm not sure actually. I need to search for it. And regarding the timing, I think it depends on the information, how to reach differences according to the different time. But it's very important questions. Myself, I need to go and figure out the answer.
This is Kalyan Sundararajan. Please listen.
Yes.
So, can it be used as a substitute for writing exams like CA?
Exam.
So, you don't need to go to the exam hall at all. You can ask ChatGPT to write the examination on your behalf. Is it? Will it happen?
Yeah, you are as a teacher.
It may be funny, I just have asked.
No. You will ask ChatGPT to write exams for you as a teacher.
Yes.
As a teacher.
As a student.
As a student.
Yeah.
This is what students now. So some universities, when they have online type of it, they put some system that you cannot open you open only one URL. That's URL only. You cannot access whatever other URL. They put certain blocker. Otherwise, you will be able. And these days they request a camera. You open a camera. And you are doing only because you can ask, you can do another, you can have it in another whatever that you are. So they're pressing a camera as well. They block only you accessing that URL.
Thank you.
But the teacher, even these days, the teacher, they can ask that they want to examine student with certain, and the ChatGPT, it can generate the questions for students. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you for the informative speech. Can you please explain what is the difference between a paid chatbot and a free chatbot, and what are the advantages if I'm going to pay and get a chatbot? Is it going to be secure, or is it going to give me any additional information?
The paid one, it gives you additional tools that you can do. So more things you can do with the paid. Like an example that I said, to do a summary of a book, a PDF file, and you need a summary of it. You have to be paid. But if just questions, you are asking questions, general questions, where is Muscat? How is Muscat beautiful? Give me a brief explanation about GCC country. It will give you without payment. If you want very specific, that I have a book that I want you to give me a summary, you have to pay. I need a video that I want you to create such a video with such an element, you need to pay. I need you to draw an image that the people that did who killed Princess Diana, and then it showed 2 photos. They asked ChatGPT, so that one you have to pay.
Thank you. But do you have any recommendations in that case?
Yeah, you just go to ChatGPT Plus. They call it a Plus. Okay, and then when I Google, I don't know, Google just arrived, so we need to test it and to work with it. Maybe it will be better than this. I'm open there. I'm taking number of students now, final year student, to do training within our institute, and the training will be on ChatGPT. We want them to play with ChatGPT with the +1 to try the most possible thing that they can do with ChatGPT. Young generation, and they can do a lot with it. So they can open us our mind to other possibilities that we cannot see, I think. Yeah.
Good evening, madam. It was a good informative session you've given. And actually, it's actually frightening, when you look at the next generation, how they're going to cope up with these sort of new technologies.
Yes.
Apart from losing a lot of jobs and, making so many professions redundant.
Yes.
Like all the consultants and you said financial model, feasibility studies and things, it's going out of our hands.
Yes.
This can do it. But I just wanted to ask you, how will this contradict with the data privacy? Because, Oman has strict rules and regulations regarding anti-money laundering,
Yes.
And so we do a credibility check on people, institutions, and organizations. So how far will it be useful to use ChatGPT for this? And also, whether the information which are being generated by ChatGPT, will be contradicting the data privacy rules and regulations of the country worldwide?
Yes, this is a big issue here, and we need, people here need to work harder on this, because as well in the cloud, the same scenario. Our governments, they don't they don't use the cloud for, we have the local one. So the same thing, the ChatGPT is an international type of platform that use international information, all those information. There's a lot of requests to be able to have, a ChatGPT localized one, like a ChatGPT for Oman without, so only the data, the local data. So you can put those data which have certain security issues, so they can be in a secure media. But currently not yet. the current version of ChatGPT, it's an international one, and the big drawback with it, the security issue of, if you put all your details, and if there is any break on the system, so the people they will be able to, misuse it or something.
Devi sir, to answer.
It is still.
Data privacy is a big issue because now you see if you search on Oman Air for let's say Muscat Kochi flight, then within few minutes on your Gmail you will get a mail that these are the hotels available in Cochin. So they already know from this user ID you are searching. And just to share my personal experience, I was using ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, do you know my location? He said no. Then I asked him, are you sure? Are you not lying? He said, no, I am not lying. I really don't know your location. Then after 10 minutes, I asked the question, which is the nearest McDonald's from my place? So he said, Al Kuwair near Shell petrol pumps. So the data is not at all secure at all. They know everything. I think they will read you. Even whatever mail comes to your Gmail, it is read and then accordingly you get the ads on your Facebook. So when I add any new contact in my phone and I have that Oman ID linked with my Facebook ID, so
Next day I get the friend suggestion of the people I have added in that. So entire everything is linked. So now it is very difficult to run away from data privacy.
Thank you, madam, for the informative section. I'm here. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And for the Ashish, see, if your phone is not, your mic is not off in the phone, that is somebody is listening your conversation. Okay, somewhere else it is transmitting. So chatbots are inside, and your talks, your secret information, everything is going. So that is the technology. So if you are putting any confidential information before that, off the mic of your phone, telephone. Otherwise, your conversation will be with somebody.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes in the car with my kids, we're traveling, and they say, what do you want for dinner today? One of them said pizza. An ad will come, or immediately you open the Google, an ad will come related to pizza nearby, the offers. SMS will come from Taliban to have special discount.
Yes. Also, when we are giving our car to the service, and when you are giving the car service and Bluetooth, if it is not disconnected, all your contacts can be collected by the serviceman. Whatever is the contact saved there. So that much problems are there. And also for Rama, my answer is that, see, CA exam, chatbot can write, okay? But along with the CA studies, we are studying ethics also. You should not do that.
I think when they're testing ChatGPT to answer your question, I saw on YouTube that ChatGPT during their initial phase, they asked to appear for certain Oxford and some other few universities from UK and US. So most of the exam, ChatGPT could pass 65-70% of the questions were right. So that is how they tested whether it is working. So
We'll take. For my information, I think things are now moving from that thesis and all these things to direct conversation with the teacher. That's so no thesis, no presentation.
We'll have last one question, if anybody. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'll ask the last question. As I understand, ChatGPT, I think the data is updated only up to September 21. So what if you ask latest information, it will not give, is it right? Because it will give only up to September 21. There are huge database updated only up to September 2021, I think.
It depends on how those information within the databases are defined. Because some of the content are not modified or updated or something like that. If they are updated, possibly to update the website and the databases that behind it. Automatically will be part of the, I mean, it will be used within the, but if not updated, it will be skipped. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please be on the stage. May I ask past chair C.A. Davis sir to be on the stage to felicitate Dr. Zahra. May I request Vice Chairman C.A. Jim for vote of thanks, please.
Good evening to all. Madam Sahra, thank you very much for this excellent presentation. It was insightful and we got a lot of new information. Hope we will have more sessions like this from your side. Thank you very much. Thank you all for joining. Thank you.
All MC members to be on the stage.